since like the industrial age, America has always been a diet oligarchy. All right. Yes, we have regulations and shit on companies, but a lot of those regulations are like safety and pay regulations. Those are the big fucking expensive ones. Like, let's be real about that.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, like when they say cut the regulations for corporations, they're talking about like cutting overtime pay and shit like that. There's a case going down in Texas right now about a judge not like signing over fucking overtime pay on some shit.
But to be fair, don't you think that's like one of the few places they can actually cut money? Like they're already so. I mean, as a business, you're already so restricted as it is. It's like that's kind of like one of the only places you can really give away money. Be like, hey, we can't pay you past.
Don't get me wrong. When it comes,
whatever,
but
or
I'm talking
vacation or whatever.
I'm not talking about when we're talking about small mom and pop shops and stuff like that. That's a whole different conversation. You know,
I don't think it is though.
It is, bro. Because why are companies that are worth trillions of dollars getting taxpayer money?
Because they're corporations. Because they're in bed with the government.
But why should they get
I
that
would
when they
consider that
already
more of
have?
like
I don't think they should get.
Why?
I don't think they should get
thinking
that.
that's something that like it's.
I don't think they should
So
get
you're
these government benefits.
So you're telling me Google
I'm
should
not-
get
I haven't
hundreds of
even
thousands
finished-
of dollars?
No,
I
I don't
never
think
even
they should.
finished-
I don't think they should. I don't think they should. But that's the problem. Is that when you have a government
money, bro.
What do you mean it's the same money?
That's where we can save money, bro. Is we don't have to pay these billions of dollars to these. We don't have to give subsidies to these companies that are trillion-dollar companies. Like, we don't have to do that anymore. That can all be allocated back into small businesses.
Sometimes.
So then why do you need the government?
Sometimes it could
If
be
you want to
in
just
our
subsidize it
benefit.
to get the communities, just have people save it in private banks or their home or
Listen,
like
not
why
just
do you
that.
even need the government at that point?
Sometimes
like, what's even the point of
Man, these niggas.
Because it's just
Listen, bro. Sometimes that's a beneficial thing to be giving a company. So you're looking at it in one aspect. Yes, these people are already
There is
rich.
no way that you can tell me
Oh
that
my
giving these
God.
people billions of
I
dollars
can't
and putting
even
them on the
fucking
lowest tax
finish,
bracket,
bro. I'm
the
not
fucking
saying
bracket,
that
bro.
they should
Like, you
get as
can't-
much money as they should. That's like the same thing with my belief with the Ukraine. I don't think that we should not support the Ukraine, especially when they want to be an independent country and Russia's trying to take them over, right? But I don't think that we should be sending them the amount of money and equipment that we are sending them. It is way too fucking much. Way too much involvement. It comes down to the same thing. Fuck, I'm really high. I'm kind of starting to lose my track of what I was saying.
you're like going into
good,
you're going into Ukraine.
I was trying to use that as an example, and then I went too deep. All right, so now back to what we were talking about, which was fucking sending money to like these corporations and businesses. So like let's just say if COVID came around, and when it did, a company like Amazon was getting ready to like collapse. Like they really actually needed the money to stay afloat. In that, because if you think about all the jobs, if a company like that crashed, all the jobs we would lose, how much money that they have to pay in taxes, although they get a lot of tax cuts and things like that. How much tax dollars and all the money that they're actually bringing into the different states that they're in and into the federal government, and then all the jobs that they're supplying for Americans as well. When you think about those things on some sort of scale, it could be beneficial to be sending them money. Do we need to send them money when their profits were already $5+ million? No, they're doing fine. You have enough money to spend and not have your business crash.
That's what I'm saying,
But-
bro. Like,
okay,
put
but
it into small
Everybody wants to
businesses.
be a fucking extremist these days, and that is the main fucking issue. Whether they're Democrat or
I feel
Republican,
attacked.
they're like, this side isn't right. Our side is completely fucking right. Nobody ever wants to sit down and be like, listen, we all want to be happy here. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to be very difficult to find out all the nitty-gritty details and make all sides happy. But what can we do for now as Americans to figure out the issue at hand and then take steps forward from there to like continue and fucking make a place where we can all be happy, safe, and fucking successful?
But what?
I feel like
what right do
doesn't work.
you or anybody else have to say that just collectively we're just going to include everybody in this conversation. Like, we all need to collectively come together and figure something out. Like, why do I have to involve myself in that? Why can't I just say, you know what, fuck you, I want to do my own thing, I want to give my capital, give my time whoever I want, and like beyond that I don't give a fuck. Like, why do people like me and those people like have to subscribe to that?
What do you mean subscribe to what?
When you're talking about we, you're talking all this about like we just need to like come together.
Yeah, because it's we the people.
But why do I have to subscribe to that?
Subscribe to what?
Because that's just what's being. That's what.
What are you're talking about? Like,
but I didn't have a choice. I was born here. I didn't get a choice to be born here.
You also had the choice to leave.
I didn't know.
Okay, wait, hold on. They make it really expensive and way more difficult than it needs to be to leave. We need to make that easy.
Nobody has a right to kick me off my property and kick me out of my home. I can still live here.
Okay, wait, hold on.
That's
You're
a
right.
whole. Yeah, that's
okay.
a whole.
Just to be fair there. So, a lot of people have the right to kick you off of your property.
No, they don't.
I mean, not if you own it.
My landlord who I rent and agree with, sure. Yeah, he can kick me out.
Yeah, exactly. Or the police, if he called them.
They can. I don't think it's right.
I'm sure the federal government in some suit.
I don't think it's right.
Well, then how do you feel about big ag and big businesses using like local city governments to like public domain people's things?
Can we make this
like,
way more simple? Actually,
that? Like,
I don't like that. I don't like a public
gray area.
So do you just think that no land should be owned? How do we?
No, I think all land should be owned.
Cut that off, but I'm
all land should be owned. That's my whole point.
Okay, so if all land should be fucking owned, then what are we talking about here? Like, nobody has the right to kick you off your fucking land.
But but back to the whole oligarchy thing. That is what has happened. So
it's because of that same system.
When you look back at the fall of Rome, bro, like there's a
we were way
yeah, bro. I'm for real. So when people talk about the fall of Rome, they always talk about Rome's immorality, and they always try to sum that up to like homosexuality and shit. You know how fucking people are. But in reality, homosexuality was normal in the Mediterranean for fucking thousands of years, bro.
It was normal. It was normal in a lot of places, but it wasn't normal.
But listen.
All these places that say they didn't support it in a broad spectrum, they did. But like when they sent 100 men out on a ship, they had men there that were cross-dressers that got fucked like whores, bro. Like those dudes were not going without a nut.
They were about that pussy.
They've been accepting that shit.
That pussy,
they just didn't tell people that they accepted it. Kind of like the Republicans today.
But yeah, bro. But what happened is eventually in the Roman government, a bunch of all the rich guys that own land and shit, they were all into government, right? So what did they start doing? They started hoarding all the fucking money, bro. They start fucking taking coins and they start infusing shitty metals into them and making them like less valuable. And then it happened. I mean, shit, bro. You can make fun of it all you want, bro. But it's
I'll just be
like, is that because it was less valuable or because of inflation?
Less valuable, both, because they got attacked by the barbarians.
What the
and they got
fuck
their
is
ass
inflation,
kicked.
dude? Inflation is made up.
And another
inflation is not made up.
It's fucking made up.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
How is it made up?
What is inflation?
Inflation is the increase of prices.
Today, Junior.
I mean, I'm 100% in their inflation.
And
is 100%.
Inflation is what
100% is man-made.
The increase in prices.
100%.
Yes.
Inflation is 100% man-made, bro.
Why?
Because products cost more, and then businesses have to respond to that by raising their prices.
Why do they cost more?
Because of tariffs and shit like that, and like increases in taxes.
Inflation is them saying.
We're all gonna learn about tariffs.
That's all inflation.
Who the fuck is telling us what the value of the dollar is?
Who's telling us?
Who's telling us what the value is of the dollar?
I'm not answering that because you know that fucking question.
It's just fucking made up.
It's not made up. It's based on math.
Do you understand why the global banking system is the global banking system?
Dude, people made it all up.
Are we going to get to that deep conversation if math's real or not?
People made it all up.
Like, fuck, who's the guy? Terrence
So
Howard.
if people wanted to tear it all apart and
Who
redo
the
it.
fuck
You're
came up
telling
with
me
this
that they
language,
couldn't
bro?
make inflation not a thing? Like, you're telling me they couldn't make inflation not a thing? Inflation isn't made because of man. And
Well,
how we
no,
do
it's
our
made-
math
well, it's made
with our
because of
money and how
government.
we do our process. Exactly, which the government
I mean, not
It's
really.
who
because
makes
of
up the
taxes.
government? People? Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
No, it's inevitable. I'm not saying that government's...
let's be real. You guys think if there wasn't any regulations or rules on businesses that they wouldn't completely fuck everybody?
No.
Like,
Wait, what
No.
do you mean any rules or
No.
regulations?
There's-
that's
and
what I'm
there's-
saying,
If
there's
there's no
several-
rules and
There's, like-
regulations. How are they going to fuck
And dirt, I'm glad you bring this point up because there's several reasons why that's not the case. A, violence is expensive. B, in a free market, you need customers. So the whole idea of just going around and like fucking everybody over, making everybody starve,
but what
is
I'm
just
saying
ludicrous.
is, it wouldn't be all in your face all at once. It is a gradual thing.
No, I agree. I'm not
Like
saying-
that. Like,
I think if anything makes in your face at once, it's government.
They could. So what they could, bro.
I could
what
put
they-
something on
He said
your
what they
face
could
at
have. What these fucking these motherfuckers could easily starve.
Did you
us,
find
bro,
a
if they
plug-in
wanted
for
to,
the
bro.
Benjamin?
Oh, you still haven't plugged that shit in?
Yeah. Go ahead, continue. We're listening.
Fuck taxes. No.
Hey, my man!
Hey,
Until they're going to shit that I wanted to go to.
I really
No, boo!
I'm not like him.
Boo!